Hello, everyone. It is finally that time. That's right. Mass Effect 2, second game in the Mass Effect Trilogy, finally going to be played by us. As always, I'm Afro Pope. I'm coming at you live on twitch.tv. We're just going to do a tiny little bit of pre show before we get started here, just so I can get back in the swing of things. But pop the camera on there. Hello, everyone. So, I'm about 2 weeks late on this. Is what I think I've ultimately figured out, and unfortunately, it is just due to kind of navigating this whole going back to work next week and doctor stuff. I don't want to spend too much time on that. I want to jump into playing here. I will just say, holy shit! Like in the last 2 years, has the medical system bureaucracy just gotten worse, man? Like, long story short, I'm going back to work without any kind of accommodation or restriction. Um, Even though the first time I saw my doctor, who diagnosed me with long COVID, he decided on the first visit, hey, we can make it so that you would be working from home here on out. Like you don't have that threat of, hey, if we don't trust your productivity at home, you'll be going and coming into the office. Well, per his suggestion, that's what we went for. And 3 visits later now, he's wanted me to come back in for another visit to discuss the benefits of going into the office. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to wear a mask 8 hours a day in an office building and like be shunned for it, quite frankly. Better. There we go. And yeah, so that's kind of where I've been doing, where I've been at, what I've been up to. I did promise you guys this game a long time ago, and I do feel bad. Um, Things just got kind of out of control there for a little bit, so but here we are. This is kind of how things are going to go for this. I don't have a schedule right now with me going back to work. Streams may be far and few between, but I'm going to try to provide them. May stream other things while streaming this, just like we did with Mass Effect 1, but I have a plan this time around. So at the end of every stream, just like most of my streams, I upload to YouTube. I will be uploading the raw streaming footage, but when we get started, you'll see me do like a YouTube intro before we start really playing here. That's where I'm going to cut to in the video, and I am opting to do a long let's play movie rather than upload each part sequentially. I think labor intensive wise, it's a smart move to go. Results in one good long product rather than multi releases. And this is kind of like the only day because tomorrow I have a lot to do that I could do this. So I figured today was good to get started. But also, be honest with you, Elden Ring has been utterly enthralling me. I finally beat it yesterday. I'm already on New Game Plus. I'll be honest, I was so blown away by it. I bought it on PC just so I could play mods. So modded Elden Ring is something that I'll look at doing on the channel. Uh, Unfortunately, my time off for sick leave of absence is up, so a lot of games that I feel like I've barely gotten to touch just because of Elden Ring and Pokemon Legends Arceus. Like both of those titles, it took all of my time in between like sleeping and resting up and use these new medications and spending a lot of time with my fiance. But I also felt weird about streaming during that time. I did stream a little bit, a Dark Souls stream where I'm pretty sure my mic was not working the entire time and had no clue. Um, so gonna have to edit that living room setup a little bit, try to get things a little bit more standard like it is here. But in other news, like we're headed to Mass Effect, everybody. Like it's finally time. So, like I said, we're gonna play here for a few hours, more than likely. Tired out. I did start exercising again and exercise bike today for the first time since I got it this week, and feel good. It's low impact. It's nice. Cardio out of it. Weight thing as well now. Little weight bench. So I'm trying to do everything I can to get better, but kind of at the end of all of this, I'm frustrated. Don't think I'm gonna be going back to the doctor anymore. After I don't know. There's really no point in getting diagnosed with long COVID. They don't know shit. They don't have treatments. Most of the experimental treatments, clinics, and stuff, they're booked here to 2 years out now. So after getting bamboozled here, him changing his mind, and I'm gonna be honest, this whole push back into the office is really getting like conspiracy tier 10 foil for me. Like having nurses and like doctors say like, well, like what's so what's bad about the office? I'm like, bro, I get sick like every time I go out. Grocery shopping in '95 has really changed like me picking up like a cold or the flu or stomach flu while like being out, something like that, or having like a long COVID flare up. Like, but I don't want to sit 8 hours in an office all day. So I will be exploring doing that, but like, that push comes to shove, I'll be hopping into a new career. Anyways, so I'm gonna switch over to the game feed now, and I'm just gonna keep myself up here for the time being. If we decide to move the cam, um, we'll see how that goes. Right now, I think it looks fine. Keep it probably at that original size. I am kind of experimenting with a new like background format here. So like y'all know the three me and play pre-show where we're just talking, camera to be bigger like that, or but I do want to experiment with getting some new scenes. Part of that is, what I was telling you guys on the last stream, which you may not have heard apparently, the Streamlabs setup. So we'll head there at some point, but I didn't want to spend too much more time fucking around with that and not actually playing. Without further ado, so we're going to do a little testing here. Hopefully, save data is intact. I was worried when I booted up the game. It was kind of giving me some shit, like in Origin, about the cloud save versus what we have on my PC. But I just added another hard drive to this bad boy, and we've been having some weird issues. So putting an M2 drive takes away SATA ports, and one of the SATA ports my older SSD was hooked up to wasn't getting power anymore. So I had to do a little shuffling there. So seeing some weirdness, but this is a good sign. So far, like I'm only going to increase the brightness here on this end. Sorry if the audio input's going on screen. Just because I don't want to go into like what we had the problem with last time, where like suddenly, okay, where like we get in game and it's ugly as shit. So this is me trying to preemptively stop that. Alright, so we're going to import our Mass Effect 1 character and we're going to get started here. But I'm going to go ahead and do the YouTube intro before we get into the swing of shit. So thank you for your patience. Welcome to the stream. Okay. What's up, everybody? Hello, welcome to It's Finally Time, Mass Effect 2 on the Mass Effect Trilogy Let's Play. We are months overdue, maybe almost even a year overdue. But it's finally time, so we're finally here. We are going to play on Veteran, because I'm used to that. We are turning subtitles on. Quad powers get to be used. Of course, autosave on. I don't really want to do a Insanity. Hardcore kind of sounds fun. Yeah, I don't know. Veteran is kind of like the default one. I was mistaken. Casual's easy, normal, blah blah blah. Let's go ahead and do Veteran, just for the sake of like getting through. I know I'm used to doing hardcore, but like harder than. So I was level 55. Adept. I'm going to stay on that. I stayed Paragon. We're doing a Paragon playthrough. Rex survived, which, if you don't let Rex survive, what the fuck are you doing? Killed Ashley. Hayden to be the survivor of Vermeer in this playthrough. I saved the council. Really doesn't have that much of an effect on the third game. And I did Udina because Anderson has other shit to do. There's extended lore in the books and whatnot that he's better off doing than like the game forcing you to have that character's ambassador only to give it up. Anyways, here we go.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
Lighting looks good.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
There's really no good place for my camera in these cutscenes. So I'll turn camera off in cutscene. Do that. I don't want y'all to see my goofy ass face while you're missing plot. And we can, for the sake of the Let's Play, have me read out the text stuff. Should have done it there. It's just a lot to read. I have to start it shows up, so sorry. Here on out, I'll read out the big text things just for the sake of the web.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Hey, shout out to InMove. Welcome to the stream.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
The
Oh yeah, I
Alliance won't
run that
abandon us.
Ciara, huh?
We just need to hold
I
on.
forgot.
Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I need you. I'll take care of Joker.
Shepard!
Liara, go. Now.
Aye, aye.
Sorry if it's a little loud. If I alt tab away, the audio completely cuts out.
Everybody
I don't know
in!
why.
Go, go,
I have
go!
it on borderless too. Alright, and welcome to the first game. Just kidding. Welcome to the second.
Mayday! Mayday! This is SSB
So,
Normandy!
yeah, you basically get thrown on your ass through the first 20 minutes or so.
Heavy damage from an unknown enemy!
So everything you loved from the first game, not really going to be a thing. Just warning you. Just kidding. There's a lot of things that do carry over. Just as you can see, we're pretty utterly fucked. If you didn't get that from the cutscene. Joker's still plugging at it. Joker is refusing to leave. He wants to go down with the ship. We aren't gonna let him.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm.
And I do apologize if it's getting a bit loud. I'm gonna turn down the audio once we get to the next playable portion. So, like, first time I ever played this, I started with Mass Effect 2 for the most part when I got into this. And I remember just being shocked at that. Like, to this day, where something. I don't think we're going to comic, because then it just lets me, like, change my decisions. But I don't know. I'm always influenced by these stories where they kill off the main character super early on. But I figured, gonna get rebuilt, so it's a good hard reset. But so basically, Mass Effect Genesis is an interactive comic that summarizes the event of Mass Effect 1. About 10, 15 minutes of basically like a video comic book. I don't feel like showing it off. You guys can check it out on YouTube if if you're so inclined. So we'll continue ahead here. I was able to lower the audio there for
Commander
y'all.
Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Let me know in the chat if it's still too loud. Sounds good on my end, and I'm not hitting yellow in the yellow levels anymore, but I don't know what y'all are watching on. If you feel kind of lost, like in the explanation of where like they got the body, what planet was Shepard on, don't worry. Those are things that are addressed kind of in the game, but there is also like some extended lore that is going to factor in. So we're just going to keep with his default face. Imported. You can completely rebuild in 2. So if you... What I used to do in 1 was I would play through as a soldier. And then 2, my headcanon would be my character got rebuilt. They put implants in him for biotics, therefore he's an adept. I don't know. We did biotic in the last game just to see how the gameplay played. But if I could do it again, we would have done soldier. But anyways, we're sticking with adept for this. Adepts are outfitted with L5X implants that can spawn a micro singularity, which is that singularity power, damaging enemies and pulling them into the air. So all of the abilities here, like warp, throw. I don't fuck with shockwave. Pull is something I'll kind of maybe mess with. Weapons, we're gonna be screwed until we go get the SMG. So hopefully today we get through Kasumi's DLC, because that's my solution to dealing with that problem. So I am gonna go ahead and exit phone here to save my battery power. I am keeping track of chat on my PC, on my secondary screen, so don't feel too shy. As always, looking for followers, building that roadway and pathway to affiliate, potentially subs. But anyways, let's continue. So I'm gonna do an adept. Got John Shepard. My origin is spacer, meaning I was born in space. I think the background is my parents in the Alliance. I always thought that was a fun addition that you can talk to your mom. Pretty sure that's what we went with, because I remember doing side quest on stream where one of her former soldiers had a problem, substance problem. All right. Anyways, we're gonna accept. We have been rebuilt, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for a new 2 years later galaxy.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings.
Or I spoil
My God, Miranda,
too much.
I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack.
I was just noticing that, like, they've kind of upgraded the visuals. This game looks good. The shadows are great. Like, this looks like something that came out in the last couple of years rather than like when I was in high school.
Don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to
Sorry,
kill
I
you.
am super
Look for a
rusty.
thermal clip for your pistol.
It's been a while.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
What's the button for hours. So kind of like, it's been so long. Left. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Or I'm gonna go ahead and level up here. So I am all about biotic bombs. So singularity and warp are gonna be where I am leveling up most right now. I will get throw just to fuck around, and I'll leave that last point. As you can see, I did get a small boost Paragon from Mass Effect 1. So if you deviate far from one side or the other, in Mass Effect 2 you can get locked out of stuff. I don't know in the remake if that has been addressed, but I honestly forgot they remade it. My squad points are there. Codex is there. I'm gonna go save game, and we'll go.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Take cover.
I don't think it pulled him in until after I threw that warp. But... now, once I get my power, had a little bit quicker recharge there. You should have seen a biotic explosion. It's kind of hard in the beginning when you don't have everything. Oh, and this is our first playthrough in Mass Effect 2, so he's not quite as strong as he could be. This is the game I'm used to replaying the most in the trilogy. So there's a lot of like different things I'm remembering that may not be applicable in this playthrough.
We've been spotted.
Bingo. I do like the weapon switching in 2 so much better. It's so much easier to deal with.
Hurry, get to the door, run.
Storming works well. I don't know. PC is one of the best ways to play this series. And they're both.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs.
Oh yeah, they have changed a lot of things. These screens had nothing decipherable on them before. They have like this fakey looking Excel sheet on the wall. Huh.
Initial results show promise.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know.
I may move my camera to the bottom right corner. See if that interferes with it. I don't know, even like HUD-wise. Oh, I guess it could help with that tracker. We'll just keep it where it is. Like I said, I'll turn my camera off in cutscenes. Navigate that way. I can turn off mute too if things get... But so far I have this mic pretty well configured. Oh no. My man, you are deceased.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old Ice Queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a
Now we meet our first squad mate. Microphone gets stuck on the fucking wall. And I missed my signal.
Have a nice trip!
But we got to do a little bit of biotic combination, which you saw.
Target down! What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
just woke up. You probably know more than I do.
Right, sorry about that. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day.
I do like
Go
that
on
he
thermal
cuts you
clips,
off, because
but
like,
I'm a
as you
bionic.
saw the dialogue
Just give
reel,
the order
like,
when
I
you
can
want me
keep
to hit 'em
going.
with the good stuff.
My man, you know I'm a biotic too if you're part of this project. But one cool thing now that we can do that we have the quad made is this. Now we can do biotic combinations while I throw a warp at another motherfucker
You're falling back.
and have a chain reaction.
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me?
And I will,
How bad
for
were
the
my
sake
injuries?
of the Let's Play, go through the
I'm the
dialogue.
doctor, but it was
Y'all
bad.
can fast forward and shit.
When I first saw you, you were nothing
If you're
but
watching
meat
on
and
demand,
tubes.
YouTube.
Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin.
Like I said,
Project Lazarus was different.
my plan is to
Cutting-edge
upload,
technology.
stream as is each episode, and then release a supercut later. And what I will do is, in the meantime, when it's done encoding on Twitch, is I'll download the whole video to hard drives, and I will edit it down to from there. I don't think I'll have to do any extensive.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
And with that, we are back in the gameplay. Sorry, I know the beginning can be a slog, but like, I don't know, integrity-wise, I would rather go through all the cutscene and all the dialogue options, even if it is boring. It does pick up here once we kind of get going with Cerberus.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Crap! Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead
So
straight
unfortunately,
into
we
an
are
enemy
going to have to
squad.
deal with
Just
mechs.
keep moving toward the
Majority
control
of this
room.
game.
Don't get pinned.
Two, I mean, in one we had like a little bit of robotic cybernetic enemies, but
They're out of control.
two really just kicks them into their own class of enemy.
Shot me.
You'll see. I mean, you saw the big dude earlier. If you're not familiar with the series, we will have to fight one. Or a few.
Shepard, down here.
I'm gonna first.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions.
Bastards got me in the leg.
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some meta-gel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the meta-gel from the first aid station on... Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, huh? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
Put a hot
You
dog
didn't ask
outfit
me
on
to
this
do it.
man.
Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... We can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now, we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man? Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. kinda stuck.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss, but after we've saved our butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
I do like that ends up being a callback to like Mass Effect 1. Because we did do a little bit of like Cerberus missions that came through. And I like that, yeah, Shepard could be like, fuck that, I remember what you guys did. You're gonna see a lot of choices and decisions and, I don't know, knowledge from Mass Effect 1 be a lot more relevant in 2 than anything going in my opinion. And I still do plan on doing the Mass Effect 3 playthrough. It may be modded though. I mean, the happy ending mod is kind of what I'd like to put on there, since that's been adapted for the Legendary Edition trilogy. But also, there's some graphics mods and stuff, because I don't think 3 got like the revamp that 2 seems to have gotten in its trilogy. But I'm far way off to be thinking. Alright, left shift is such a weird thing to remember.
Get over here.
Somehow Jacob misses that pull. I'm gonna go make sure I didn't miss anything in this other room. Because I know I missed a few. I'll get to play a fun memory game. Hacking mini games, I don't know. Biggest fan of. There's a mod to turn them off.
Subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus project will proceed as planned.
Yo, so it's really Wilson that vouched for you to get you revived. I don't know if I've ever really gone in there before. I don't remember there being more Miranda talking points or bites beyond where we get Wilson.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
Some of the dialogue options Shepard has just are a little like silly. Like I get like you don't want to work with Cerberus, but like yeah, she has a point. Like stay here and die. There's no other shuttle.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on.
I like the cutscene at an FPS drop. What the fuck?
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid, raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Cerberus always has the coolest station. You don't see a lot in 3, I'll be real, but like in 2,
The elusive
you
man
see
is
a
waiting for
few
you in
and
the
they're
other room.
sick.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
I think the elusive man's waiting for me. But I'm gonna customize my shit first. Let's see what you get. I think I have to buy some of the other stuff, but like... Damn, I was kind of hoping for like the Star-Lord. That's it though? Helmet? Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, at least this. We usually do the math. We do blue. Don't worry about it. I don't like it. Kind of ugly, but like I kind of like it. Wish I could change the red, like, random things you see here. Oh, y'all can't even see my helmet. There you go. It's what I'm gonna go with for now. Going to Gamma Suit Shep. I don't know. I feel like it looks like Vigilante from Peacemaker. That's not what I was going for. You remissed. This. Oh yeah. And for those of y'all who know me, I usually keep a helmet on. Thinking options. Keep it off. Oh, I'm gonna remove the GIMP helmet. Oh, let's go meet the elusive man. Of course, you don't get to meet him in person. Well.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
Effect is awful.
You need to put your
Why did
personal
they
feelings
change
aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your
Oh my
memories still
god,
intact.
yeah. That is
How you feel?
worse.
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Kinda cunty.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
He's not wrong.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
Like, again, I'm not gonna try to spoil you guys before we get there in games, but, like, so far, he's spitting facts. Like, as you saw from Mass Effect 1, Cerberus is a human-first, nationalist kind of, like, organization. And in 2, you kind of have to ally with them because the Alliance and the Council would rather bury their heads in the sand.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
So I'm trying to remember what he says if you decide to not sacrifice the human. Or the human fleet to save the Council. But again, it's about the same response.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Sorry, just making sure my setup is still going. Fix my chair a little bit.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
So now we're kind of headed into first kind of intro mission, I would say. I'm going to go ahead and just level up Throw here. Throw has a 3-second recharge time versus Warp's 6-second one. Same with 6-second there. Yeah. Throw is the quickest way to set up a biotic combo. See my boost in Paragon there every time you do that. So I probably won't be leveling up Warp too much more. I'll be using that as an anti-armor power. Whereas I'll be putting more into these. I won't really be touching Pull and Shockwave until later on. Just because, I don't know, I don't really use them. So, squad points are allocated. We don't have Miranda, Jacob in the party just yet. They're up here. We have to actually go to the place.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get there.
I know who I report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
You will, in time playing the game, understand why Miranda is so pro-Cerberus. She has a very unique origin that is core to her character development.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
So I do want to take a second and thank you all for keeping with me. I know the first part of the game is very boring. It's a lot of dialogue, a lot of build-up. But once we get through Freedom's Progress, the game opens up, and one of the biggest reasons why I pushed to do this today, because A, if I just started this next week, I probably wouldn't have started it. Work starting back up for me on Monday, and it is hard. It's a slog to get through this part of the game. Figured today is the best way to do it. Probably, get through most of the boring stuff, if not all, and from there on, the Let's Play can really develop into.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I'm excited to show you all.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Sorry for that pause there. I was reading. My partner works for a retail company, and they have a pickup service, and I guess they're having problems with customers stealing product off their carts, which is for, an online order and a pickup. And they're, trying to come up with a solution to stop people reaching off things. But, honestly, working retail for 10 years in a grocery store, people feel entitled to anything. You could have shit in the trash and people think that they can have it for free.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No. The elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old?
Groomer. We
Old
got a
enough to know
groomer
this is
alert.
what I wanted.
Okay. So
It's
that's kind
obvious
of
you're
all
not
you
interested
get
in talking.
for the time
We've
being.
got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
So we're just going to continue. Talk to Jacob real quick, get his limited backstory. And
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you
go
to
to
join
Freedom's
us,
Progress.
Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working
It's
for the wrong
interesting how
people.
Shepard can come to that
Maybe.
conclusion after
I thought
one
the same when I
mission.
was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council. Nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
It is interesting hearing Jacob's explanation of like Cerberus versus the Alliance like 10 years later. I was always the belief like if some collective threat came, humanity could kind of like ignore their differences and unite against it. Shit, man, we can't even beat a fucking preventable disease. So, I don't know. Thought I guess go from there, but let's go to Freedom's Progress. This is the level up screen. I'm a big fan of it. You don't get this in 1 or 3. I like it because you can kind of get some, like, it's more lore friendly. Like, you feel like you're reading an end of mission report, I guess is what I'm at. So, we did get some import bonuses. We got some experience. Started at level 4, got some credits, got a bunch of elements. Got 10 Renegade, apparently. Interesting. And we've unlocked the grenade launcher. So once we get, like, our next ship, you'll kind of
The elusive man put us under your
understand
command. Do you have any orders?
where a lot of the layout stuff is.
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. We've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Huh. Apparently the FromSoft creators reached out to the Wheel of Time author and might collaborate with him in a future project. I'll be honest, I'm really cool with FromSoft, like, doing this continued branching out. I think Elden Ring did benefit a little bit from George R. R. Martin. I would like to know a little bit more concrete what he did before I give him more credit, but I don't know. It was a great game. I can't even,
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
can't even begin.
We didn't bring you back from
Elden
the
Ring
dead
was
just to
fantastic.
second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
One of my least favorite missions in the game is upon us. Try to get through this as quickly as possible. At least we're not playing on insanity. It's a nightmare on insanity. Especially if you just have a pistol. Let's see. I have a grenade launcher with 2 capacity, the heavy pistol, and then a god-awful machine. I try not to use at all. It sucks ass. Like I said, we won't get any better weapons until Kasumi's DLC.
Looks like everyone
Try to get a way better SMG.
right in the middle of dinner.
Yeah, ghost ass colony, not a whole lot going on. Up camp. So, those of you just tuning in, welcome to Let's Play of Mass Effect 2. Continuing on from our Mass Effect 1 Let's Play.
No bodies, no structural damage.
I'm out for a poke.
And no signs of battle.
And of course, necktie.
Strange.
So I'm gonna have Shepard throw a singularity. And I'm gonna have her warp it. And I did it a little too early. Heck. Reload. Spots.
Before they take out the shield.
Heal.
There we go.
Sorry everybody, I'm mistaken.
Requesting assist rerouting power.
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
I'll do the first encounter. See, all my powers are here. So I need to heal. Oh shit, I think I just crashed my game. Oh my god, I did. I did crash the game. Oh no. I don't know how far back we're gonna be. Well. Oh. That's... Huh. Okay. Just gonna roll with it. That didn't happen in 1. Back up. Sorry, everybody. What? Okay. It popped me back into where we were. That's fucking weird. I don't think I'm gonna edit that out. That's a weird ass glitch. That goes, or edit it when I go and put it on YouTube is what I mean. Huh. Okay. Well. Be more careful with the. Oh, okay.
Strange.
That's why we leave autosave.
Here goes. Engaging target.
And you can program your squad mates to correspond to a button, so I'll show you all that real quick. Oh, maybe not on PC. On other consoles, you can have it to where they left and right will do powers.
Shoot them before they take out the shield.
Shit. Shit, I gotta heal.
Impact event. Requesting assistance. Excuse me.
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
I'm gonna go ahead and change a key binding here. I really liked Alt being what would kind of bring up the battle menu. What I'm gonna call it. So I'm gonna change that real quick. Hopefully it's not used. Called command HUD. So we're gonna do left alt for this. Save.
We're not alone here.
There we go. That's a little bit more comfortable. A bit more accessible too on this.
Backup systems damage.
I'm gonna go ahead and move this house before we move. Oh, it's so tempting to install that mod. I have no patience. They did not age well. Don't want to play a hacking. Obviously. But they're worth it. Like getting the extra credits, you can end up rich as fuck by the end of the game just by, you know, participating in these. Are kind of annoying.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this.
Look who it is.
Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know.
One
Maybe we
thing
should ask.
that I don't mind telling you all ahead of time is she also gave the Normandy specs to the Quarian fleet. That's why her pilgrimage really went as well as it did. The Geth data does help one of the admirals kind of in a project, but reality is her giving the stealth drive data she collected on the Normandy was her real gift.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship.
We see Tally's
Head for
become
the
a bit of a
warehouse
Chad.
to the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
And I don't know if y'all remember, it has been quite a bit since the Mass Effect 1 playthrough. We are going to romance Tally this time. I chose Liara in Mass Effect 1 because that's usually who I go with. Could have chosen Ashley, made it tragic. Ah.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing
Some
personal.
of the extended
We
lore
can argue
book
over who killed
things.
who later.
I'd recommend
Right now, we
reading the
got a job
books
to
if you're really a fan of the
Agreed.
series.
We work together
However,
to
the
get to
last one
Vitor.
they released, William C. Diet's one, don't read. It's so bad. They literally commissioned an extended lore book that I don't even know if the dude had access to notes or what. He's the same guy who wrote like Halo's The Flood novel, so Could be. He's, I don't know. I don't have much experience with him. I can't say he's a shit author, but like, if you're looking at the extended lore, you can skip the last book just for the mainline. I don't know about Andromeda, if there was any extended media.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Okay. So you kind of get the overall mission here. There's a Quarian who's suffering from sickness that he's gotten from a suit breach. See, that's why I didn't want to cover my radar with my camera. The spot works for now. That'll show you where we need to go. So basically, we need to go get the data that we can from Vitor.
We'll take care.
Vitor has activated all these mechs because of an attack on the
We're compromised.
Even the heavy pistol's not fantastic. So I'm hoping, like, once I get to the next ship, that some of the DLC things are available. Because I'm not entirely sure what came with the Legendary. There may be other DLCs that just weren't included.
Use overload on him.
Oh, he's got incendiary ammo. We never leveled them up, did we? Let's do that. So, one cool thing that we can do is give ourselves incendiary ammo. So if I level him up all the way, but I can't. I'm just gonna leave him for now until they level up. But let's level up Miranda, because her overload is gonna be extremely helpful. Warp. Let's go ahead and just get that overload. Go ahead and give her damage increase. Same with him. That's the only thing I'm going to give him for the time being. Like I said, we're trying to get his incendiary leveled up more. Oops, I did not mean to use the rocket. Bigger enemy that we're going to need it for later. I was trying to get to the SMG. Because that's better for shielded enemies.
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen.
And you can see the mission's already going south. We're going to be a
We should have
large
expected this.
enemy, and unfortunately I fired one of the grenades we had at a fucking drone, so see how this goes. I am kind of grateful I didn't do hard. Let's see. We're gonna have a little bit of build up before. Switch back to this. A weapon. See if there's anything. Dude, machine pistols is, I don't know, but it is good for shield. Like I'm having a much easier time than I normally would with.
Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
That's who I'm
They
worried
did
about.
want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Right.
Going to cover.
Okay. Got that. That's not there. Axe.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is
I
gonna
wish
be
I had
one
an
tough
assault
son of a
rifle.
bitch to take down.
I see my Shepard holding one in the cutscene. Okay, so
Overload will take out their shield.
first thing I'm gonna do
Taking cover.
is I'm gonna have Jacob
Taking
hang
cover.
out. Keep
Moving.
Miranda there for now. Probably gonna lose her cover there. I'm gonna switch to this. I'm over on this side. Kind of wondering what can I do. Throw's not gonna hurt him. Warp ain't gonna hurt him. I can give him singularity, but it's kind of a waste, as you can see. Waiting for power to reach.
This should scramble their systems.
So that's still the glitch where if you're not perfectly on him, he'll do that. We need to move. We're gonna get wiped the fuck out. Alright, cool. So now Warp can hit him. Hit him with that. I'm gonna switch weapons. I'm gonna go to the grenade launch here. Alright. Heavy. Warp again. And that's one Emir mech dead. Alright. As you can see, that's kind of like your first boss in all of this. And there are ways to get, you know, better heavy weapons, but thankfully with just one grenade, we were able to blow through his. Made that fight a little bit easier. One kind of thing I've been noticing is the longer I talk, I start to lose my voice. So that might be an obstacle with doing these longer streams. However, no, my goal is to still get us through progress. Maybe the next ship. Oh, I keep voicing it like that. Kind of spoiling.
Now what's this?
Warden for upgrades. The upgrade system, whether it's the ship, whether it's your squad, whether it's your weapons, is one of the best in RPG. I do like that part of the game. Having to go out to planets and scavenge all the
This is your chance to go
resources.
find Vitor while I tend to the wounded
Oh,
Shepard. He's
I never knew
probably
you could
somewhere
find
in the back
Ellie
of the
here.
loading bay.
So there's like 4 Quarians that... The fucked up part is the mech didn't even have to do all that much. The mech could have just killed them by breaching all their suits. Like, that would have been GG for all of them. Okay, but gotta have that gratuitous violence.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No, 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 no.
Vitor?
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Mechs will protect.
Let's start paying attention to cutscenes again. I almost missed that. I do some of the Renegade
Human.
ones.
Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Welcome to the main-ish enemy of Mass Effect 2.
That's some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them.
I do appreciate that you can treat the victim with
recorded them
a little
my
empathy.
Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic.
You can also be a
dark
dick and you
energy.
can see with the renegade
We need to get this
option.
data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
So we will touch on that later. Allie's mission actually coincides with the original ending for Mass Effect 3/2. At least the one that they had envisioned, so we'll talk about that when we get. All I'm going to really say here is if you took Vitor, there's a good chance no one would ever see Vitor again. I don't want to get too much into 3, but a lot. If you turn things over to Cerberus, let's just say that was the bad move.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
And that's Freedom's Progress, everybody. I'm not going to cut the stream. We're just going to keep going for the time being. I will try to figure out a good stopping point, but
Shepard,
we're through the rough
good
part.
work on Freedom's Progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
One thing I've always wondered is how long does this meeting take in terms of leaving Freedom's Progress? Like, how much time elapsed? It sounds like a little bit. If they had time to get all the way back to the Quarian flotilla and debrief Vitor and give him medical attention, say at least a few days.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Caden Olenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Garrus?
Spoiler alert, he commits to
the
that.
Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Garrus is going to be one of the first we look.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Who it is?
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this.
Check it
Told
out.
me last night.
I know it's a common known fact with this trilogy. I figured I would do it until I saw it. Its best look is obviously in 3, but like the SR2 is beautiful.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Like that, we're back in business. Just like that, I believe we're headed to Omega. Don't believe I get to choose, but Omega's a good place to go. So, recap, Collectors are confirmed to be the antagonist. Omni tool data from Vitor, and Allie got Vitor back to safety. Weapon upgrade that we were able to get. Y'all. Not a bad haul for the. Like how you can just see Kelly doing a little leisurely walk.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring
You
Professor
can
Solus
push her
seems like
down,
the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
So as you can kind of guess, Edie ends up being a super, super helpful crewmate.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
So acquiring Morden is always the, default way to go about this, but you'll kind of get what I'm saying about the upgrades being super cool once we actually... So Edie's position here is going to be in numerous parts of the ship, and basically she explains the function of that ship.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
We'll talk to Yeoman Chambers.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
You can be a little slut, and you can flirt with her quite a bit, but I'll just be real with you all. Her romance pathway is whack. Like, there are events, in this game and 3 that influence her character, and I'll just be real with you all. grabbing these codexes as we go. She's there to spy on you. Like, she's doing those psychological profiles for the elusive man to spy on you and then the rest of your crew who you're going to be recruiting. So she's got a good role, but like her being flirty with you has a purpose. Let's put it that way.
Retrofits are always a pain in the ass.
Close the shutter there. I'm not gonna close. Oh, fuck it. Boom, no FTL effects. I kind of like looking at it in the cutscene, so.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2
Such
years.
a downer-ass answer for
You'll
Paragon.
See, even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
God, you were such a downer.
I love their exchanges.
Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade.
Hell yeah.
And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
He will give you like his opinion of any squad mate you take out with you.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we
I
got
don't
up
take
to?
Jacob out.
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Then we're talking to Joker, we'll talk to Jacob, talk to Miranda. Then I think it's time to head down. We'll do a little exploration of the ship. You can kind of see the differences between the SR-1 and SR-2. First thing's going to be private terminal. And one we didn't have. This will tell you team status. You can get info on Jacob. This is your total squad. These are the people who we can recruit right now. And then there's 4 that they save for game. We don't have any upgrades yet. We have a bunch of messages. Whew, a ton of them. So I'm going to quickly read through these, give you the gist of it. So, Anderson hears you're alive. Come talk to him. That's giving you a mission to go see him at the Citadel. This is Zaid, a squad member that comes from DLC, whose voice actor is unfortunately not with us any longer. His mission. So then this is going to be a DLC with a different kind of vehicle than we had in Mass Effect 1, called Firewalker. Normandy crash site. You can go find all the dog tags there. We'll have to do that at some point. Recon hood is cool. That's the the headset I was looking, or the helmet I was looking for. Overlord is a DLC that is quite controversial. We will still be playing it. Arc projector, heavy weapon. Sumi Goto mission is the series of missions that I was talking about earlier that are going to culminate with us getting a better SMG. So we'll be going there pretty early. Let's see. This is the bank. Believe me, I still have money in the account, and I have accrued. All the messages that we archived are going to be available here. So I figured that was easier than reading. Let's go through the layout. So on the left here we have the armory. On the right here we have the armory. On the left is going to be the lab. We can't go in there yet because we don't have Morden. This is kind of where we can choose loadout. So I can do the arc projector. That's better than the grenade launcher, honestly, so we're going to take that with us. We don't have any other weapons that we can swap out. Kind of all we can do for now. This is the heavy weapons table. We move on over here. We've got an assortment of weapons. Obviously, Armory with Jacob maintaining it.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk. And you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
I know it still seems like boring setup, and it is, but it is good to make sure you talk to every crew member to
I'm more interested
build
in
up
just
the
talking
relationship for the suicide.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard.
How are we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Of
Probably
course,
the same as
characters
everyone
blood
else.
boundaries.
I just want to figure out what the real threat
beginning.
actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? A good deed's like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
So what Jacob is talking about here is a side game that was produced. I believe it was a mobile game. And Jacob saves the council from a biological attack. He's just...
We'll talk later.
Commander.
So that's kind of it. All the info that we're going to get at Jacob at this point in time. So, show you. This is the comm room. So we don't really go in here a whole lot, except to, have cutscenes. After mission debriefs take place here. That basically that little platform table will go into the ship and give us that FTL communication array that we saw. Cerberus stations, tech lab, as we said before, we can't go in. Morden. They basically just keep parts of the ship that are you haven't recruited a crew member for yet under mothball. So the next place that we will go to is we're going to go to the captain's cabin. We'll do a little bit more customizing. You guys can Shepard's cabin. So, the explanation, we have the Medal of Honor, which is achievement list. Look at your private terminal up here. You can get fish to put in this fish tank and take care of. Oh. So that's boring. So now we can kind of adjust our casual appearance. These are all DLC. I prefer the formal kind of Alliance look. I prefer the dick window on this one, so we'll go with that. That's kind of all the customization. Oh, and then you can listen to Mass Effect 1 music up here if you're so inclined. Collect models to fill up that case. For how old this game is, there's quite a lot to do. But we're talking about dozens of hours worth. Second. So we're gonna go down to the third deck. Where's the crew quarters are, the crew deck. So you have the bathrooms. There's the men's bathroom over there, women's room. This is gonna have
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
assorted crew members.
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Get like a
My family lives in
chat
Canton.
Oh,
of
that
current
colony's on the
events
edge of
and
the
how it
frontier.
affects your crew.
Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
You don't get much more than that. You kind of just get to eavesdrop. You do have them acknowledge you eavesdropping at some point. So can't go to life support or the port ob deck. Miranda should be.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy and formality.
Anything about you formally taking on Cerberus in Mass Effect 1?
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
Real ones are member Admiral Cahokia.
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though, but our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about
I
the
was
elusive
worried I
man?
repeated that dialogue
Not
option,
much that you
sorry.
don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions. Even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's
That
the
used to
reason
be
I'm
just a
trusted
straight
to
up
oversee
ass
the most
shot,
dangerous,
but
risky,
they
and
edited all
technically
of
demanding
that out.
operations Cerberus undertakes.
And
And
of
it's
course
why I
some
was
odd
assigned to you.
like,
It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
And this is a fair point to, like, future character growth with Miranda. What she just said right there is something that, if you're watching this, you should keep in mind going forward.
Thanks
Very
for the
central
information,
to
Miranda.
her character
I'll talk to you
development.
later.
Full disclosure, I
whatever
usually
you
do
need.
romance Miranda. Not all the time, but I have done a full playthrough of romance. There's a couple ways it can go really. So I kind of steer clear of it now, just because I don't try to romance anyone who gets sidelined in 3. Well, that might be a bit of a spoiler, but I think it's also important for you all to have the rationale.
Surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day.
Welcome to the everyman of
Sergeant Rupert
Normandy.
Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you
I
need?
am sad he doesn't
I
come back
make
in
do,
3.
but have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing
I
the
know I
meals.
can be renegade, but
I wash my
fun to
hands.
push
Most
him a
of the
little bit.
time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
I'm a big fan of Mess Sergeant Gardner, just because I do think he adds a good personality and a good everyman, like, worker type to make Cerberus seem more complicated than subtle. Or, I don't know, make it kind of where the lines blur of morality, helping them out. I do wish he made an appearance in the 3rd game. I don't believe he does. But I do like his side quest because it is such an odd request for like a ship captain of the future to be grocery shopping, but I think it's cool because like it benefits your crew. Like everything you do in this game benefits your overall crew. While there aren't metrics for like these nameless characters around here, I really like being able to do something silly. Now we're gonna see Dr. Chakwas.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Color her hair? I thought it was more white.
I'm
Or
shocked.
gray.
You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Silver
Surprising,
Fox.
even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are
Oh,
you
we did
prepared
get
for
an
that?
AC for this room.
I've been through the
Just have to
reclaiming of
set it up.
Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz.
Right
We
now it's
survived
still
the
too
Battle of the Citadel
cold
and
to
the destruction of the
adjust
Normandy
by setting
together.
it up.
I've lived a full
Ended
life.
up moving a
No regrets.
full bookshelf out of here.
I'd like to make sure the
room
crew
for
gets
it,
the
and
same opportunity.
We have a heater in here now too. It's just kind of like balancing the temp, but I had the heater off for a little while now.
I'll see you
And
later,
that's kind
Doctor.
of it for us talking
Commander.
to Dr. Chakwas for the moment. So I always do her quest as well. I don't know if like her loyalty gets measured, but it's kind of her loyalty. You have Chakwas needing the brandy, Gardner needing the supplies, whereas Miranda and Jacob, we don't know anything about their actual true loyalty mission until later. So we'll go to engineering. That's kind of it for the ship tour. So can't go into starboard cargo, or we can go here. We can talk to the goofballs.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
Favorite characters.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, that weasel Udina backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
So you kind of get a window into the overall struggle that the Alliance and the Citadel are going to present. They've been shit-talking Commander Shepard a while now. Weren't expecting him to come back, obviously.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When
You
he
might be
got
able
the
to
Cerberus
figure
offer,
out
I
where this is
insisted that
going
it include
between
me.
those two.
He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the Collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Carry on.
That's the
Will do,
end
Commander.
of the conversation with the engineers
I'm
again.
amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
Fans. They're goofy. They're also cute, and you can feel free to ship them. But yeah, that's kind of it. I'll show you all what's underneath, but really isn't much of a need for us to come down here. Don't think there's an B has the models. So that's it. That's it for our ship tour. So now we're gonna head to Omega. We'll start the Omega arc of the game, and we'll probably reach cutoff point there. Up to deck 2. Gosh, the loading screens are so fast.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
That's kind of buggy. Always has been. So one thing I am gonna do though, real quick. Save. And let's head to Omega. So I'm just gonna put this in as a YouTube cutting point. It's gonna get cut either way, or it's gonna serve as an intro. I haven't quite decided yet how the supercut's gonna work, but okay. So we're headed to Omega now. Finally, gonna go pick up Morden Solace, explore one other crew member joining the team from Omega, and get some answers on what's going on in the galaxy. And without further ado, let's do Omega. So you see galaxy map. It's controlled by me holding down the mouse, flying the ship. Pressing escape takes me out. I'm trying to see if there's a way to show y'all. I can go to the master. So fuel depots, because you actually do have to buy fuel. If I want to go explore anything through here, I have to have the fuel to go there. Probes are important too. So I'm gonna pay to fuel up the ship. Probes in a good amount of money, but go straight to Omega. So we have 3. Sorry, I forgot about that. We have 3 people we can recruit right now. We can recruit one right from the get-go, but let's talk about Omega. Take my picture. Cyberpunk futuristic space. So Built in the mined-out husk of a metallic asteroid, Omega has been a haven for criminals, terrorists, and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. Space Station's original, elegant design has given way to haphazard expansion by scrabbling factions of every species. There is no central government or unifying authority on Omega, and nobody can recall a time there ever was one. Population of 7.8 million. But you kind of see interesting place to live on. The last part, though, that's not true. There is a central authority on Omega. We're gonna go see. Oh, welcome to Omega. As you have heard me read out, it is a hollowed out space station. Or hollowed out asteroid turned into a space station. And is very important in 2 and even 3. 3 has a whole DLC dedicated to it. So we have give Miranda her optional outfit. No one can level up Jacob, and that's just level up his incendiary. Can get any new weapons, so we're just gonna head there. And this should bring us right to where Zaid.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Oh, of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Arya for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
Honestly, it's a fair point.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station.
Okay, thank God. They did update the map a little bit. So, Arya's here in the Afterlife Club. There's a lower Afterlife, as you can see, via key area. A couple places where you can spend some money in the Omega markets. This is going to be the quarantine zone, kind of where the apartments are. It's the portion where we find Morton. But first we're going to talk to Arya.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
I assume you've been briefed?
Oops.
I've done my homework.
My contacts told me we're picking up 1 man, not 2.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Okay, so we've got Zaid now. He's given us his mission. This is his loyalty mission. You fuck this up or go full Paragon on it, you can lose, you know, you can have consequences, put it that way. Keep you guys out of the spoiler realm. But welcome to Omega. This is kind of your central beginning point. You can get your squad mates' opinions.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Might be xenophobia coming out, but like, I don't know. I think. But let's go talk to Arya.
Come on, let me in. Arya's expecting me.
Annoyed. If she were expecting you, you'd be in.
You are proving that man correct right there.
What are you looking at?
Don't you have something better to do than pick fights with people you don't know?
No, just the ones who get in my face.
You see my gun. Do you really want to do this?
Fine. You're off the hook. For now. See you around.
What a busta. Like, you won't really confront me on my way in. And welcome. This is the main nightclub. Oh, there's one in the Citadel for Mass Effect 2. So we got her Ceres Brandy. You can also get this on the Citadel. You can get it anywhere. You can also get Shithouse Drunk here with Shepard. But I like to knock down.
You want to talk? Talk to Arya.
Arya Talokas.
That's close enough.
Stand still.
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job.
Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face.
I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions.
You run Omega?
I am Omega. But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule. Don't fuck with Arya.
I like it. Easy to remember.
If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
Tough guy.
So, what can I do for you?
I'm trying to track down Archangel.
You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
Why's everyone after him?
He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega. Everything he does pisses someone off. It's catching up to him.
Just the kind of guy I'm looking for.
Really? Well, aren't you interesting? You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
What kind of trouble?
The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
Sounds like that might be our ticket in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
What can you tell me about Archangel?
Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic, but he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
Which merc groups are after Archangel?
Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Do you hate Archangel?
I don't have time for hate, but I distrust them all equally. For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other.
I appreciate the help.
See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
I'm looking for Morton Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morton. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
So, you must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
Tell me how you got set up here.
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove. Short answer, mind your own damn business.
One scan and we're straight to business? People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
Maybe I'll come back later.
Maybe I'll be here.
Alright, I'm gonna give you all the 15-minute warning. We will end here at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Just to put a official end time here on the docket. What I will do is we're gonna just continue. Oh, look who's here. It's Mass Effect 1. I want to play.
Commander Shepard? Is that you? I'd heard you were dead. I'm Helena Blake. We met a few years ago. I don't expect you'd remember. You removed 2 criminal warlords from power and persuaded me to retire. I'll never forget it.
What brings you to Omega?
What brings anyone to Omega? Opportunity, success, failure, all of the above. I find this place suits me. I can bring it a certain air of civility, I suppose.
And now you're on Omega. Once a criminal, always a criminal, eh?
Oh no, Commander. I retired. I know better than to go back on my word with you. You convinced me to turn my life around. I'm a social worker now, believe it or not.
That seems like a hopeless job in a place like this.
Quite the opposite, actually.
I don't remember if she's full
this
of shit
place
or
needs
not.
it more than most. Doing the good work in a place like this requires that one understand how things truly work, which makes me uniquely qualified.
That's more noble than I expected.
Noble? No. It's just that someone came along a few years ago and made me see the error of my ways. You convinced me that I could use my contacts and skills for things other than smuggling and exploitation. I thank you for that.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're keeping out of trouble.
Thank you. This is all to your credit, Commander.
I have to go.
Of course. You must have more important things to do.
I'm just gonna go down here real quick and see if there's anything. I know this is a quick way to the markets, but I just want to see if there's any supporting characters. I wasn't expecting Helena Blake so early. This is an interesting side quest you can do. The Batarian hates humans and poisons your brain. It's interesting, but over it yet.
Oh. No. You said he had close family. They'll just want revenge. Kill the family first. Then he'll get angry and come at you stupid. And then you kill him. Don't think I know you, human. I'm the Patriarch. Aria's Patriarch. What do you want?
What do you know about Arya?
A few centuries ago, Omega was my rock. When Arya arrived, she had nothing but the clothes on her back. I thought she was another dancer. She killed half my men and convinced the rest that she could run this place better than I did. She came for me here in this bar. We tore this place apart. She crushed one of my hearts, shattered half the bones in my body, and left me alive.
What made her decide to leave you alive?
No, she doesn't destroy what she can use. She said I could have all my old comforts if I served as her advisor. I knew how things worked. I knew who to lean on, who to smack down, who to smile at. And everyone who respected me saw me beaten, broken. They knew that as strong as I'd been, she was stronger.
A Krogan as old as you must have some great stories.
I killed a lot of people, lived well, and was beaten by a small Asari who keeps me around as an example. My time is done. Anyone I killed is long forgotten. The stories are Arya's now.
Why do they call you Patriarch?
It's like an Asari matriarch, only male. It was Arya's little joke. After she took me down, she let me live. Kept me around as an advisor and a trophy.
I should be going.
I always did find it interesting that you can talk to the Patriarch and learn Arya's backstory like 5 seconds after she cuts you off from learning anything about the backstory. But truly, she does keep him just to dunk on him, cement her authority. I think this takes me to the market. Okay.
This place. How can these people be left to rot like this?
You don't understand, or you don't want to?
Does it really matter?
No. Omega has worked this way for a very long time. No one's changing it now.
So, 3 places I want.
Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown
Where's Kin?
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
I buy a lot of parts and equipment. Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Well, you seem like a decent person, but you can't breathe a word of it to Harrod.
Of course.
Then we have a deal. Maybe I'll at least sell something to you.
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvage parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
How much do you need to get off
I
Omega?
still need 1,000. This is my mistake on my pilgrimage. It's my problem.
Here you go. 1,000 credits. Get out of here.
Thank you. With this, I can finally continue on my pilgrimage. I'm going to buy my ticket right now. Thank you again.
You can still buy everything he has here.
This looks interesting.
So there's couplings and weaves, shotgun damage. Oh, I want the Madoff, but we'll have to come back and get those two. At least we got the couplings.
Human, tell Captain Gavon we not kill anyone today.
I don't know a Captain Gavor. Why would I tell him anything?
Not trust you. Tell Gavon we know his tricks. We not kill anyone today.
There seem to be a lot of Vorcha on Omega.
Go away. Talk too much. Gavon's thugs get no more. We leave.
Good talking to you.
No more talk. We know Gavon's tricks. We leave.
Welcome to a new species that gets Vorcha. So there's two other markets here. Obviously, we don't have any money.
I might have something here for humans. Not much.
I'm in the mood to spend some money, but I think I can find better stuff elsewhere.
You won't find a better selection anywhere. Unless you're willing to risk the black market.
Oh, I am.
I'd rather deal with you than give money to those thieves. You sure we can't make a deal?
Look, I can't compete with the black market. I have to make a profit. I'll do what I can. But don't tell anyone or I'll lose my shirt. You're back. You must have seen something you like.
Oh. Corn. Oh, one of the models. Okay, so here's some of the DLC. Blood Dragon Armor, Dragon Age, Caster. Oh, let's come back again. Now we need to find Herod's Emporium. Last market. Might be on the...
Commander Shepard. He uncovered Saren's plan, defeated the Geth
There's
army, and died in the final days of the fight.
Tentatively excited. Welcome, human. What can I get for you?
What kinds of things do you sell here?
Friendly, salvaged parts. All kinds.
Always like the
Mostly
little stogie in his
legitimate.
mouth.
With pride, my prices are the lowest anywhere on the station. You won't find salvage cheaper than mine.
I have things to do.
Courteously,
As you can
have
see,
a
he's
fine
not
day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want
Visor,
to buy.
I like the capacitor, chest plate, half module vision more time. Terminus armor's okay looking. Black Storm is interesting. I have only had it a handful of times. So, got a good idea of what they have. That's the quarantine zone, we're not going to go there. That profit is a reoccurring NPC. Thank you. So we're gonna end the stream here in Arya's thing. We're just going to kind of end it right in front of the mercs who are gathering information for a raid.
Come on, let me in.
And you guys will figure out real quick who RJ is. He's a familiar face. Come on, we fuck with him. But just wanted to explore Omega and see if there was a whole lot going on. Unfortunately, I spent a lot of money on probes and fuel, which isn't good for now, but at least I have a rough idea of what I will come back in and get. This is the recruitment area. There you go. So, that being said, I'm going to put us to save, and I'm going to push us back to here. So, I wanted to quickly, thank you guys for tuning in, putting up with kind of another long update with us starting this playthrough. Hopefully, there won't be as much. How do I want to put it? Delay between parts. So this is going to be the end of part 1. It's going to be uploaded in its entirety as is, but I will download a copy off of Twitch Video on Demand onto a hard drive to edit into a large supercut. So for those of you who prefer to watch the stream on demand on YouTube, know that that option is being actually done this time. I do apologize for Mass Effect 1 not being developed that way. This is the best iteration, in my opinion, of how to do it. Again, I told you guys I'm not going to be covering current events as much to give escapism in our streams. Kind of what we talked about last time, but like I said, I understand that there was an audio problem with my mic, so that may not have been communicated. I will still talk about having long COVID and COVID itself and things to look out for, but not quite as much. Like I said, I do appreciate what you guys putting up at the beginning of the stream of a little rant. This is the first time I've had a problem with this new doctor of mine. I feel really misled on getting a work from home accommodation and having him play semantics. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, the bureaucracy in the medical system is at an all-time high. I have relatives who are former nurses. I have a relative who is in nursing school right now. And medical bureaucracy by those former nurses, family members of mine, has existed for a very long time. But now it seems like they just care about keeping themselves protected from lawsuits. And part of that frightening aspect of it is the amount of control your workplace has over these institutions. They can do audits, they can basically find out if your leave is legitimate or not and what kind of care was offered. But I think it leads to this, we're going to drag out the amount of care overall through a longer period of time just for safety, and I don't think it's a patient's best view in it. Now, I do have a medication that I do take daily that does help with one overall symptom. You know, having daily nausea was getting to really drag down my quality of life. While there are still symptoms that I'm struggling with that are dragging down my quality of life, that has helped. So I'm going to go to this next doctor appointment with a little bit of kind of just, it's going to be an interesting one. Not going to be an ultimatum. This may just be the last time that I keep pursuing these tests. I've done over a dozen. Given them stool samples, like all kinds of gross shit you don't want to hear about, so I won't get into that. But I'm kind of at my wit's end. I'm not getting any results that I can deal with, and any conclusions that are really going to result in a resolution. So this is likely, like I've said on stream before, I'm to terms with a lifelong thing. I'm never going to get over long COVID. I do know people who have resolved some symptoms with exercise, and that's what I'm kind of going with, but not really helping as much as I hope. Fortunately, like I said, my time is out on sick leave. I use this time to recover a little bit, to get some symptoms under control just by elimination diet, not eating as much, straight up fasting quite a bit of the day. Like most times I don't eat until the afternoon. With work starting, I'll have to fluctuate that because I have set times where I can come in. But I may also be looking in for a new work situation. I don't like the direction the place that I'm working for is going. That may culminate with that to go on, but I have to pay rent now, so like I said, when we rebooted this channel initially, I was looking to try to use it as a source of income. That may come into effect again later on. But right now I'm just doing this for fun, enjoying building the community that we're building. So like what you've seen today, you want to keep doing this Mass Effect adventure. I'm going to be fading out the audio here real quick, just so you don't have this techno theme going the whole time here. Save. Good to go, but that's kind of the state of things. Like I said, I can't promise you a concrete schedule right now with work resuming, but now that we've started the playthrough, I really do want to get through it. I will beat Mass Effect 2 on stream. I want to have that super cut available on YouTube. But we will also be addressing other things. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I have Elden Ring on here. I've beaten it on PS5. We can mod it. We can stream it. We can make another build. That's going to be magic focused on here. So, a lot of things coming up. I will advise you guys to follow Afropope Live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also still have the Patreon as well, but not really pushing that much. Excuse me. Anti-nausea pill today. Kind of getting caught up on my words. So that's a good time to end the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for your support as always, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's you catching up on the latest adventures of Commander Shepard on YouTube. I very much appreciate it. So, want you guys to stay safe out there. Keep tuned in on those socials. Drop a follow here if you've liked what we've done. But we're going to continue this adventure next time. Have a good rest of your night. Bye.